morning. But you got special this week. Yeah, just give it a couple technical difficulties, but it's all good. Here, in brother, some it heard. Excited to be here today. Ask everybody, go ahead and like and share the broadcast. Y'all make sure y'all like and share. And, let's get ourselves ready to have a good discussion this morning. We're going to talk health and fitness. Yeah, we're talking health and fitness. We have some of the strong point fitness, man. Yeah. We're in the building now. We're in the building. We're in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're excited to be here in the studio. As I like to say, in the studio. And so we're excited, man. Thank you guys for joining us. We're certainly, like I said, excited to be here. Let me get all of our shares done. If you will like and share the broadcast, we thank those of you who are joining us already. Amen. We see you out there. Amen. Okay, you say, okay, y'all good now? Put that mic a little bit closer. Put it up to you. Yeah, y'all good? Yeah, we have a little problem in the area. I don't know if I don't know what it is that's causing it, but there's something going on in our area. Because I was having a struggle this morning. It seems to be having signal issues already. So we're gonna work our way through it. We're gonna work our way through it. We're gonna make it. So y'all hang in here with us, and we're gonna make sure we got some good information out here for you. Listen, like and share. Tell your mama that we're talking fitness today, and we're super excited again to have KAPP with us. And man, so man, we're gonna be rolling in just a minute. And yeah, get all of our shares done. I want to say good morning to my brothers of Beta Alpha Gamma. My brothers is out there. Thank y'all. Ambitious Smith, good morning. Monica Blunt, good morning. God bless you, man. We thank y'all for joining us. Yeah, y'all remember it. I'm sure y'all remember my boy KAPP from the last broadcast. Yeah, man. Keep it real, bro. We're going to keep it real. We're going to tell you what's up, man. We've got a couple of great questions. Listen, I got an option this morning, too. Thank you, guys. Good morning, Tom. God bless you. Hey, listen, I got an option for you guys this morning, too. If you would like to join the broadcast live, you got a live question you want to ask KAPP and be on camera, I can inbox you a link that will connect you to the broadcast. So if you want to be live on the broadcast and you got a good background, we don't want you here with your hand rollers, all right? Don't break it. But if you'd like to ask a question, we certainly are able to bring you onto the broadcast and share you with the rest of the world as you ask your question. So this morning we're going to be talking once again about health and fitness, and I'm super excited to have my boy with me, KAPP. Man, he's a guy I admire and I appreciate a whole lot. He is a trained nutritionist and a trained certified trainer. He is just that, a professional with Strong Point Professionals, man. So tell us a little bit, just a little introduction about Strong Point, what you got going, and let's go to work, KAPP.
Strong Point Fitness is just here to better people, better my people, make you aware of some things that we grew up knowing not to be true, but we didn't have any knowledge of it. Now that I got the knowledge, I like to spread it out and, try to take care of my community.
Amen. All right. And we sure do appreciate that, man. And let me say, man, this brother always has great wisdom to share with me. I appreciate him all the way down from diet to fitness. He has always been just a beast. And so we got a couple of questions that's been submitted. I've got 2 or 3, and prayerfully you'll have your questions as we move through the discussion. But one of our objectives with today is to bring a total picture, as KAPP was saying, health to the people, health to our people, and to bring a total picture of health and fitness. And so one of the things, KAPP, that always gets me, and we'll start off here. I've often said that it's some things you can't pray away, you got to work away.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about discipline for a minute. Let's start out there talking about what it takes, man, to do this. Because you always tell me, man, at least you're here. So talk about that for a minute, KAPP.
Consistency is the word. Consistency. If you stay consistent, you can't lose at this game. You just got to be disciplined, like he said, and consistent. You have to give up A lot of people think, okay, I'm working out now, but I can continue to eat the way I eat and live the same lifestyle. You know, I can drink my stuff because I added in exercise. But the fact of the matter is, you can't outrun those calories. So you have to give some things up. And if you're willing to give up some things, that's when your change will really begin to start.
Wait a minute, you said something that killed me right there. You said you cannot outrun the calories.
No, you can't. You can't outrun a bad diet. The calories just add up way too fast. You don't have enough time in the day. Even when you're not moving and you're not exercising, you still have to eat and you still have to carry on with your day. And if you consuming the wrong things while you being still, you lose it. You want to $5 million.
You said something to me, Cap, maybe a few months back. You said something to me about. He said you talked about. I think you said 35. Was it 3,500 calories?
3,500 calories equals 1 pound of body weight.
3,500 calories equals 1 pound of body weight. So that means if I eat a diet of let's say 7,000 calories that day, that's a lot of calories.
Yeah, that is. And if you are not at a deficit with your workout program, you're going to gain weight. But however, everybody caloric intake is different. I may need 3,500 calories to maintain my body weight, but the average person, if you're trying to lose weight, yeah, you can't be a person that's caloric intake is 1,800 calories and you taking in 3,000 calories and not burning the sufficient amount, because it's like a math problem. If you at rest, your body gonna burn at least 600 calories doing nothing throughout the day. So you start with the 3,500, you take 600 away from that, 500, 600. So now you at 3,000. Let's just say 3,000. But throughout the day, you take in 4,500. So now you 1,500 calories on at a plus of 1,500 calories you didn't burn. So you only burnt 500-600 sitting still. You didn't do any exercise.
Wow.
But you took in 1,500 to add on top of the 3,000. So yeah, once you get to 3,500, you got an extra 1,000 calories on top of that. You're gonna automatically gain a pound. And people don't wonder why I gain weight so fast. So it's like 2 weeks I gained like 5 pounds. You gotta look at take in every day. Calories add up every day. And if you're not burning them, they just add.
Man, one of the things I say often is you can't change systems, you have to honor systems. And I think what you just said to me is your body is functioning on would it be a metabolic system?
It's called a basal metabolic rate. It's scientifically, but yeah.
So that's what it is. I can't beat that rate. That system gonna work whether I want it to or not.
Yeah. It's set in place for each and everybody. I didn't make it up. It's science. These people did studies on this stuff. I'm just the one that it's kind of like what you do. You didn't write the Bible.
No.
You're just giving the messages out of the Bible. So I'm just a person that brings the knowledge. I'm just one other person. There's a lot of us out there, man. We got a lot of good trainers out there that passing this knowledge along the way it's supposed to be passed. And you got a lot of good pastors.
Yes, sir.
But neither one of y'all wrote the Bible. I'm just a messenger.
Just the message. But the system itself, we can't change that. It's set.
It's set.
And that's amazing. You talk about that. We didn't write the Bible. We didn't design it. But through the creative process, when God made us, He put all this stuff in place.
Yeah, exactly.
And it ain't gonna change just because we don't honor it.
Exactly. You can either live by it or not. But it's gonna be there. If they choose to see you or see me, we have to execute what we know well. And I'm just here to execute.
You preaching good. You preaching good. You preaching good. You preaching good this morning, man. We keeping it real. You preaching good. You preaching good. So let me drop a question in real quick. We did receive a couple of questions. Here's one we want to deal with, Cap. It says here, the first question we want to deal with this morning is, and we're talking again, health and nutrition with Cap Summers of Strong Point Fitness, and man, we're excited to have him. Do you believe that sometimes we confuse hunger and thirst since the centers for both are close?
Yeah, that can be very possible. A lot of times it's actually thirst that you those pains you feel you need to drink something. A lot of people think, oh, I'm hungry. Uh, the key to that is not waiting until you're thirsty to drink.
Mm.
Exactly. With the same thing with hunger, you're not supposed to wait until you're hungry to eat, because once you get to that point, your body already starts storing fat.
Bro, wait a minute. Hold up. You just see you messing me up again. I guess when you listen, folks, to our viewers, when you don't know, you just don't know. Now you just said something that messed me. We're not supposed to wait until we get hungry to eat.
Yeah, same as drinking. You don't just drink. You don't hydrate your body just because it needs it at the time it needs it. You should hydrate your body anyway, because that's what you're supposed to do. It's almost like driving a car in a radiator. Why would you wait till your car run hot before you check the coolant? You're supposed to continue to make sure you got coolant, so you don't run hot and blow a gasket. The same thing with your body, because that's what's going to happen. It's simulated like a vehicle. It's your vehicle. You have to keep it hydrated. You go out there and exercise out in the hot heat, and then you wait till you almost about to pass out before somebody bring you a bottle of water. It's already too late. If you know you're going out in the sun, you know you got to be hydrated. Hydrate your body on a daily basis. You have to do it.
Man, this is so good, bro. This is so good. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna make this admission. I'm terrible at maintenance on my car. I'm terrible. I have to. My daddy always stayed on me, bro. I had my sister's on the line, Tantra. I'm sure she can confirm this. I'm terrible. I look. I still today, and this is gonna be a sad admission, but I don't even change my own oil, doc. I don't even know. I know the principle, but I just don't do it. But man, that blows my mind that you gotta eat and drink for maintenance versus waiting until you need it.
You don't I mean, your body already starts storing fat. When you get hunger pains, I mean, your body started storing fat because it's telling you telling your body is letting you know that, hey, I'm starving, so I gotta hold this fat for survival. So you really, that's why they give you a time frame that you should be eating on. You should put something in your body every 2 to 3 hours to keep your metabolism burning, to keep the fat down in your body, to keep your body, the engine working. Because I mean, a lot of people, oh, I eat one time, I don't eat that much. When somebody tell me that, I already know you losing this battle. When you don't eat that much, you gonna lose the battle of weight loss, because your body is gonna hold everything. It's gonna be a harder fight. But once you put the sufficient amount of stuff in your body, it'll flush the rest of the stuff it don't need. But if you're not putting anything in, it's gonna hold what it has, because it don't know if it flushes everything, then you're gonna pass out
So the body actually then is going into survival mode
automatically.
when you say that, when you say it's gonna hold it. So if I'm not eating properly and eating on a proper schedule, my body kicks into survival mode,
Yeah,
and it starts trying to just hold on to stuff,
but it's gonna hold the fat.
but it's gonna hold the wrong stuff.
They're gonna store fat. The fat keeps you going. Your body fat percentage is what keeps you going until your body can get the sufficient amount of nutrients to keep that you put it in. You know, you should put the nutrients in. But if you don't, the stored fat is gonna keep you surviving. Just like hydration. If your body hold water, a lot of people retain a lot of fluid because they don't put enough in their body to flush it. And you know, once you start drinking water like you're supposed to, you start running back and forth to the bathroom, and then you get the idea of, like, man, I don't want to do this all the time. But you don't do that. Once your body reaches the right level of water, it acts normal again, because you putting it in like you're supposed to, and it flushes the fluid that it's holding to keep you from passing out or dehydrate. It's gonna hold fluid on its own. The body knows what to do. That's why I don't understand how people don't believe in God. But
I mean, this is so amazing to me. I mean, I'm like, and look, we talk in the gym, and we see each other in the gym, and we bump up, we dap up, we do all that. But this is like sitting in a university college class right now. I mean, you're telling me some stuff that even from a spiritual perspective and from the perspective of creation, I've never considered.
Yeah.
So God built this body so that if it doesn't have what it needs, it kicks into a survival mode that's going to preserve it.
Man, that temple ain't the building. I can tell you that. This is the temple. This is the temple right here. They tell you the body is the temple. They didn't lie.
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. So the hunger pains versus the water pains.
Most of the time, it's going to be dehydration.
Okay.
They run close hand in hand, but it's probably a direct effect of you not drinking on a regular basis and you waiting to drink until you're thirsty. If you continue to drink water like you're supposed to and hydrate, a lot of times you won't get those pains.
Yeah, man. If y'all are with us out there, man, just throw some comments in the chat. Let us know where you are, man. This is good stuff. Now, Cap, when we talk about drinking, I remember when I was coming up, I was young. They used to tell me to drink 2 glasses of water before I ate. To drink water. To drink. So how important is that hydration? I mean, you've given us some big keys on hydration right now. But does drinking that water prior to eating or after eating, does that have an effect on things?
Not to my knowledge. My grandmother used to drink a glass of water first thing got to bed in the morning. Ice water, was what she used to call it.
Yeah.
Ice cubes. There wasn't no bottled water, just tap water.
Yeah.
But I mean, her idea was, and I've researched this since I've been into fitness. It does help regulate blood pressure. I never knew that back in the day. I never knew why she wanted. I thought she just woke up thirsty every day. But it helps regulate blood pressure issues. But as far as your question about drinking the 2 glasses of water, I think that, in my opinion, that goes along with trying to control how much you consume.
Okay.
Because if you drink a couple of glasses of water before you eat your meal, you're not going to be able to consume that much.
Okay.
So that may be a method of controlling your portions and controlling.
Okay, so that's more so from portion control and consumption of what you're actually taking into your body. So that makes your body feel, I guess, get a kind of a full feeling.
Exactly.
Without all the food
but
in
you're
there.
Still eating, but you're just not eating as much.
Man, that's crazy.
That's just my opinion. I mean,
Sure. We get it. Man, that's crazy. That is totally crazy. Listen, again, we're here with Cap Summers of Strong Point Fitness. My brother, my friend. I appreciate this brother for taking time to stop through and share with us today. And just share his wisdom and his knowledge, man. So if you guys have questions, once again, please drop them in the chat. It seems like we may be running on a little bit of a delay. It seems like my comments are coming in a little bit slow and a little bit late. I'm not even seeing much of them rolling. But listen, it's all good. Make sure you guys comment out there. Let us know you're out there. And if you have questions, man, we certainly are glad to get them answered for you. So Cap, let's look at this for a second. I'm actually getting ready to drop another question on you real quick, and I want to see where you are on this one. Let's talk about this because I think this is something that kind of I experienced myself, and it's really kind of interesting because the body is, man, again, like you're telling us today, this body is so amazing. Here's another question that we have here. It says, after I do aerobic exercise, I want something sweet, salty, or fried. Oh my God. How can I combat that? So does exercise make you crave?
Yes. What's happening when you start craving sweets and sodium and stuff like that? Your muscles are carb depleted, and they're starving for carbs. And the best time to uptake carbs to your muscles is right after a workout. It depends on how long you work out. I mean, the best time after, let's say an hour and a half, we're going to say an hour and a half, that's about how long you should be working out anytime. Just shut it down. But, if you got you a good hour and a half workout, you can go eat a slice of cake. It's going to go straight to your muscle stores. Your muscles are craving those carbs after the workout.
Okay.
And sodium and so forth. And that's the best time to eat it.
Wow. So
Drink
if
your
you,
soda, eat your slice of cake, a candy bar, straight to your muscle stores. Your body is already in fat burning mode. Anything you take in is going to burn it right up, send it where it's supposed to go.
man, you done messed me up. So I'm learning so much today, bro. This is crazy to me, and I'm telling you. So I would do better to eat a piece of candy, or like you said, maybe a slice of cake. And I know that sounds I ain't never heard that before. But it's because but I've heard about the fat burning mode.
Yeah.
So because your body's already burning fat, the best time for me to eat a sweet is right after I work out.
And another reason for that is a lot of times you work out, your insulin level drops. So to bring your insulin back up, you can take in sweets, and your glucose levels arrive back to a normal level.
Bro,
your body's still burning.
Man, that's crazy. So man, I guess what I'm learning today in this broadcast, we got a few more to go, but in this broadcast, I'm learning that this thing is really a science.
Yeah, it's all science. It's all science. I mean, it's just different people work their body differently, and it depends on what you're looking for and how you use it. Some people have to tweak it and find out the best method to work for their bodies, but it's gonna work the same way. I mean, it's almost like fuel. I always like used vehicles. I love cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
But it depends on how well you want this car to perform on the type of fuel you put in your body. Put in your car, and the body is the same way. You put trash in your body, then you're gonna put
Trash
in,
performance,
trash out. You see what you look like. Your look is a direct result of what you put in your body. And your vehicle's gonna run, like you said, you don't really maintenance your vehicles that much, which is not really bad that you don't do it, but to have it done and make sure it's done is the key. So if you go and put that gas in your car and you put that rock gut gas in your car and they call it for the high premium gas, then the result of that is you're gonna get some valves rattling and different things like that. It's not gonna run.
So if you buy a top shelf vehicle, you better use some top shelf gas.
And it's gonna pretty much recommend that.
Yeah.
If you want to go cheap, the car's not gonna perform.
It's not gonna perform the same.
Same body the same way. It's gonna put the stuff in it.
Now y'all looking at the screen, y'all can see my little muscles and look up there and see Cap shoulders, Doc. I'm playing in church now, but I'm saying my bro is cut up. But when you understand the science, the proverb says that all you're getting, get understanding. Get understanding. He says, and watch this. And the fear of God is the beginning of knowledge. I want to throw these two proverbs in here together because watch this. When the scripture says the fear of God, the reverence of God is the beginning of knowledge. When you understand that this thing's been made and constructed a certain way, it's been engineered a certain way. We can't change that part. And if we honor and respect that system, that metabolic system that God has designed, it can produce for us. It can make us look like Cal. I'm messing with him. I know he's getting ready for some things, man. He done cut up and done some things, man. But wow, that's crazy. Garbage in, garbage out. Whatever we put in, that's what it's gonna give us back.
That's what it's gonna do. Your body is a receipt. It's like putting money to the cash register. You get a receipt back. This is what it is. And don't get me wrong,
Man, wait a minute, back up. Your body is a receipt.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, if I see somebody and and I ain't down on nobody, some people do what they want to do. But if I look at a person and me being a trainer, since I've been doing this, it makes you look at everybody different. And not to look down on nobody. When I see people that's not as in shape as I am, I don't look at them as, oh, that he fat or out of shape. I look at what could I do to change this person's body or change this person's mind. So I look at them like that, and I automatically know you putting the wrong stuff in your body to get that look.
Wow.
So it's almost like a 300-pound person out of shape talking to me about they eating right. That don't add up.
It don't compute.
I'm looking at you.
It don't compute.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at you. It sound good, but I mean, if I'm looking at you and I can't see your belt buckle, you know what I'm saying? That you may know what you're talking about, but you're not using it. You're not using the knowledge. You're not putting that. Because the receipt I'm looking at is, nah.
God, your body is a receipt, man, bruh. Listen, this is Cap Summers of Strong Point Fitness. My brother is dropping some serious knowledge today. Strong Point Fitness professionals. And man, I'm telling you, this knowledge is messing my head up because I'm seeing so much spiritual application of what Cap is saying. And the amazing thing is that, bro, you can't get around knowledge, understanding, and applying the disciplines. You can't get around it. It's the same thing with study of scripture. You cannot get around, listen, watch this, what you doing at that table.
And don't get me wrong, you don't have to just go cold turkey. Everybody can't go cold turkey. Everybody not that mentally strong, but you have to give things up, and you just set yourself some realistic goals. 1 week out, you give this up, 2 weeks, a month, and just do little by little. And you don't have to eat this way forever. And it's not like rabbit food. I mean, you just making healthier choices. Olive oil versus canola oil, different things, small things like that. You have to start off with realistic goals, and once you reach your goal, or once you satisfied what your body look like, or you get your health back in check, you can kind of implement some of those things that you really like, enjoy eating, back into your diet. You just can't do it all the time. A lot of people don't change their diets, or don't have to change their diets just to look a certain way. It's health related.
Yeah.
You have to do it to get your diabetes, your sugar down, or to get your blood pressure down, or regulate your cholesterol. All that ain't got nothing to do with a look. Everybody don't have to look like, oh, I'm in great shape and fitness, but a lot of it has to do with your overall everyday health. So you have to make some changes to get those things back in check. Cholesterol is like the #1 silent killer for the African American community.
Cholesterol, bro?
Yeah, cholesterol, because you can't regulate that on your own. Like, you can buy a blood pressure machine to have at your house and check your own blood pressure, or you go to Walmart or some of these places and they got these blood pressure machines to stick your arm in, and they'll check your blood pressure right on the. Or you can check your own sugar, insulin levels, to see if But cholesterol, you can't do that.
Let me shoot something to you, Cap. I've been working, and in the gym, we laugh about this in the gym, but it's really true that sometimes it costs you to get fit. I went to the doctor to get an MRI because I had a little nagging in my shoulder. Cap and I talked about this. Me and my trainer EJ, we talked about this. I had a little nagging in my shoulder, right? So come to find out, I got a little small cartilage tear. Okay, so that comes sometimes with training. Every now and then something may happen, but you got to train properly so that you don't end up with injuries. God, I forgot where I was going with that. I lost my thought just that quick. But I was talking about that small injury. But you gotta, man. What was I thinking? What was you
talking about? Cholesterol.
Oh, cholesterol. Yes, that's what it was. Cholesterol. So I can testify to this. When my doctor ran my numbers, what she did was she had my blood checked when I went and did the MRI. Bro, probably a year ago, maybe 8 months to a year ago, my cholesterol, my negative cholesterol I was like 196 points in the negative direction. It was bad. I started working out. I started listening to the advice of Cap and listening to Coach T and my trainer EJ and all these guys that are telling me about how to eat and how not to eat. And watch this, my cholesterol went from like a negative 1 something up to a positive 98. She said, what have you done? She said, whatever you're doing. My doctor, Dr. Pamela Tuck, my doctor, and then I got my forever doctor on the line, Dr. Joe Barbara Owens. But she said your cholesterol has swung all the way in a positive direction to being 98 points to the good. So this stuff that KAPP is telling us, man, this is life-saving stuff. She was like, look, if you don't do something, I'm going to have to put you on some medication just to keep you from having a heart attack or something. We got to fix this. And once I started working out, and that's what I tell people, when my doctor told me certain things and I knew I had to do something, KAPP, I was running right at 279 pounds. It didn't look like it walking around, but I was running 279. And thankfully, a couple days ago, I weighed in at like 234, which is good. But I think what it is though, KAPP, and what you're locking my heart in today in my mind, and I think the whole direction of this discussion is what we're doing at that table can make or break us.
Yeah, it's gonna start at the table. You can't, like I say, man. You can go in there. You can do 1,000 sit-ups a day. If you eating bad, your stomach ain't going nowhere. You're just gonna have a strong core. So I don't care. A lot of people think, oh, I do sit-ups, I do this. Man, it starts at the table. It starts at a flat stomach starts at the kitchen table. It ain't nowhere around it. Once you eat properly, flush out the bad stuff, put the good stuff in you, you watch your body start to change. Other than that, you'll be maybe one of the more fit people. Just ain't gonna look like it.
Wow, man! Again, this is my boy KAPP Summers of Strong Point Fitness Professionals. This has been so rich. It's very, very rich discussion. I got a couple comments. I think we're running behind on comments for some reason. I don't know what's going on with the net and all this kind of stuff. Looks like everything good, but we're delayed because this question is kind of set back in our dieting. I mean, in our nutrition portion that we're talking about. But one of the young ladies, Ambitious Smith, says, I'm up and walking every morning at 6:30. So she gets up every morning and walks at 6:30. So she says small, healthy snacks every few hours would be good. I think she's referring to when you talked about how we should eat, that eating schedule.
Well, the part about the walking, I want to address that because we walk everywhere. I don't want to, downplay what nobody's doing, but if you walking every morning, make sure you power walking. You need to have everything moving. Your arms, you need to have everything working. Just walking really don't do a whole lot.
Wait a minute. So, whoa.
I mean, I don't want to tear nobody down.
No, you're good. This is why we're here. We're here to educate ourselves. So if I'm just walking normally like I walk, and I don't have a pace,
you walk everywhere. If you're not in a wheelchair, you walking. I mean, so do you really think you exercising when you go to Walmart? You walk in there and get your groceries. You walk, you walk to the bathroom. You walk to your car. I mean,
so you gotta have. I know. I'm gonna tell you, and again, man, I'm here. I'm here to support because what KAPP is dropping is some serious knowledge. But I noticed something for Father's Day. How long Father's Day been? About three weeks ago, something like that. For Father's Day, my wife and my daughters bought me a fitness tracker.
Exactly.
A fitness tracker.
I was going there.
That's where you was going?
Go ahead.
You with me?
Yeah,
they bought me a fitness tracker. And I noticed, like, some days, if I'm doing certain things, my fitness tracker says I done 45 minutes worth of exercise in 30 minutes time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and like if I have a goal of 30 minutes of exercise a day, it'll say I worked 45 minutes. Then some days I done been to the gym, I done done other stuff, and it says I actually worked 15 minutes. Yeah. So is that? I guess what you helping me see is, even though we may be doing the things we think are normal, if we ain't doing it with the right intensity and intent, it ain't gonna matter.
Well, you doing things, but this, like you say about these watches, let me touch on that. My watch, the same as yours, track all my steps. It tracks my heart rate. It tracks my calories. And it also tells me when I'm moving actively versus just moving. It'll say, hey, you got 9 hours active.
Wow.
But I've been moving for 13 hours. So it's going to let you know. That's why I say you walk everywhere. It'll count your steps when you walk and tell you, hey, you took 10,000 steps or 15,000 steps. But, I mean, versus you burn this many calories actively versus just walking around. So, I mean, walking is great. If you just walking, getting up, going out, and because it's cool outside. If you really putting in some work walking, you should be walking at this. Try to keep your heart rate at the same pace, at a high pace, and you should be moving most of your body parts. Just walking with your hands down by your side. Uh, like I said, you walk your.
It's not going to raise that level of the way it's
Get
burning.
yourself a power walk. Get everything moving. Like arms swinging. Get you a rhythm, and get you a nice pace, a real good pace. You really start to see the difference in your body versus just getting up going to walk.
Wow, wow, wow. Man, that's interesting. But I'm telling you, it's amazing. Everything you talked about is kind of happening to me, and I'm seeing. And at first, man, I'm telling you, I wanted to go to the gym, but I wasn't serious about putting in the work. I was in the gym. Watch this. If I could say it like this, I was in the gym wasting my money.
Yeah.
Because I really wasn't obeying the advice. I wasn't doing the disciplined things that my trainers were telling me. I was in the gym, but I wasn't putting in the effort and the intent. But man, once you start putting the effort and the intent, and I'm gonna tell you one of the biggest things that happened in my life that really, really changed me. Watch this, Cap. Results.
Results, man. Hey, you can go to the gym all day because of what your doctor say. You need to start doing this. But if you ain't putting that work in, man, you ain't getting no results.
Results.
Coming there, and like I said, you got to take baby steps. You may start off on the treadmill to get your wind up and get your conditioning together. Then start moving weights around or start doing a little bit more, active stuff. But just being there just because it ain't gonna work. You got to put that work in. Ain't no way around it.
No way around this body. Got to be used.
Oh yeah.
You got to do it. And one of the things I noticed too, Cap, is just the things I would do normally. And this is what I've learned so much from you guys, man, from just the advice y'all give. But it's certain motions that your trainer will put you through, certain muscles that they're going to give you the right amount of weight and the right exercise, and you'll find out you got a muscle somewhere you ain't never used before.
Exactly. And most of the time it's going to be the body weight exercises that are going to let you know that you can move around. I can move around a lot of weight in that gym. I'm not, yes, I'm to my own horn. I move around a lot of weight in all areas.
What's your bench looking at like, bro?
About 450.
Man,
but
450.
For a 48-year-old man, I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
That's pretty good, Doc.
But it's some body weight exercises that gonna give me the blues, and you got different trainers that are good in different areas, and like you said, your trainer, which is a good friend of mine, EJ, he can do some things in that gym I wish I could do, and I'm still thriving to do. I can't do a muscle up, and I don't know if it's my technique.
What's a muscle up?
Is where you grab the pull-up bar and you pull your entire body over the bar.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing y'all do that. Whoa!
I don't know, you saw him.
I saw him do that. You right?
When it comes to that type of stuff, that's my dude. He do his thing. I mean, I can do the burpees and all that, but it's a lot of stuff I'm still trying to tackle with body weight. So, and it'll let you know in your body that hey, you ain't work this muscle. So you're right about that.
Man, again, this is Cap Summers of Strong Point Fitness Professionals. Man, this thing is crazy, the amount of knowledge that's been dropped today. Cap, man, wow. I got one more question we're going to hit. I got a message in here. My question, what are your thoughts on what we call intermittent fasting? Do you know how that works?
Yeah, I don't really agree with it, but a lot of people do it. I don't believe you should put your body in a fasting state that often, because fasting is you're not putting the proper nutrients in your body that you should be putting in.
Mm-hmm.
You depleting, you taking stuff out. Mm-hmm. So for whatever reason you fasting, it should be temporary, and it shouldn't be that often. So, I mean, that's just
you just got to be careful of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it works for you, then just be careful of that part of your program.
Yeah.
And a lot of people intermittent fast on a daily basis. Like they'll go so many hours without eating, and then they'll exercise up until that point, and then they'll start taking their calories on the back part of the day. But I don't recommend my clients to do it.
Yeah, so we got to be careful with that and really, really know what we're doing and we're gonna practice it. And I know we got a lot of people who are because normally I'm talking Bible. We got a lot of people who are on the show who are probably moving from a spiritual perspective too. But you got to understand how the natural and the spiritual work together. If I understand spiritually fasting, and I've done it. There's been times when, oh, thank you, you're welcome, ambitious, no problem. There's been a lot of times when when I fasted and did things like that. But the truth of the matter is that's challenging to your physical. I always say that when you talk about, especially if you're fasting for a spiritual purpose, that you are listen, you're denying your earthly pleasure and earthly need for a spiritual good. So you actually killing your flesh, you're killing your body for a spiritual purpose. So you got to know there's going to be results and consequences that come out of that. Physically, if you don't eat for 40 days, man, you in a rough place.
Yeah,
Physically.
yeah, because like I say, you're not putting anything that your body needs in it to survive. So, I mean, intermediate fast is a little bit more shallow, but it depends on the individual and what your body responds to. Uh, I'm just not a big fan of fasting at all, as far as like
From a nutritional
from a
fitness
nutritional a fitness standpoint.
Yeah.
Because the way I work out, I just rather do a detox and put the right stuff in my body.
When you talk about a detox, now you just tapped on something else. What do you mean a detox? Help me there. What you talking about? Because I know a lot of people do a lot of stuff.
It takes a lot of the toxins out of your body. A lot of the bad foods. Most people do detoxes when they're getting ready to start some type of regimen, and they know they've been eating bad, and they want to get rid of some of that stuff they've been taking in. Mm-hmm. They're getting ready to start a clean diet. So they got different methods of detox. Maximum Result Nutrition sells this detox pill that flushes all that stuff out, clears your colon of all that, different type of bacteria.
Okay.
And then you start putting the right stuff in your body. It's supposed to be like resetting your body.
Okay. It's like changing your oil.
Exactly.
Okay.
Changing your oil. So once you get that clean oil, it makes the car run better. Your body feels better. You feel, everything starts functioning like it's supposed to. Mm-hmm. That's what I recommend. But detoxes are not, and you lose a few pounds when you detox because you get a lot of the waste that's in your colon and in your intestinal tract. That 3 or 4 pounds of waste that you get rid of. A lot of people get it misconstrued and they start detoxing too regularly. You should detox only once or twice a year, if because sometimes you're gonna go to a party here, eat bad here, eat bad there, but every 6 months you probably should do a detox. In my opinion.
Okay.
But a lot of people see the results of a detox. Oh, I lost 5 pounds on that detox. They're doing it on a weekly basis because
they got a weight loss goal, and they think you can detox every week to lose 5 pounds a week.
Because you're taking everything out of your body, all your nutrients, everything. You're flushing everything, and it's not healthy to rob your body of all your nutrients on that regular of a basis. You know what I'm saying? So it's not meant to do it that way.
Man, Cap, dude, you dropping so much stuff on me today, man. I'm like, my mind is just spinning. That's really, really good. So even with the detox, we got to be careful of how we do it. I mean, man, see, this is why you got to have people in your life who have knowledge. This is why, and one of my old trainers, Wayman Tanner, said to me when I first started coming to gym, he said, listen, you got to choose how you going to pay. You're going to either pay on the front end to get you a professional who knows what they're doing, or you're going to pay on the back end and you're going to pay the doctors and all those guys because you got bad health.
You're exactly right.
But you just got to choose where you're going to pay at. And so, man, we pay our trainers. This is their life. These guys, they're not working 2 jobs. They've invested their life into this knowledge. And so when you see a Cap Summers or Coach T or EJ and these guys talk about this stuff, they've studied, they spent the time, they've practiced the systems, they've done the clients. It's been, Man, I so appreciate you, bro. I so appreciate you. This is good. That detox is major. One of the things I noticed too, and I'm going to go back to this fasting I did just for a minute. I always tell people when they get ready to fast, because we do practice spiritual fasting and denial of the natural food. But I tell them to prepare for that headache. And when you were talking about the detox, it made me think about when I first start fasting, sometimes I go through a period where I may have a slight headache.
Oh yeah.
And it's because, and I've always attributed to being connected to what's in the food I've been eating.
Yeah, it's endorphin that's directly coming from what you've been putting in your body and you not putting it in your body. Once you go through a fast, that means you're not putting anything in there that your body used to getting. So the endorphins in your brain is saying, "Hey, where is this? Where is this?" And it's not coming.
It's not coming.
So now you got to say, "Hey, I got to endure this pain, this headache, until it's gonna pass."
Once your body adjusts to not having it,
adjusts to not having, almost like going through withdrawal syndrome. When somebody
Man.
addicted to something, sugar or any type, you got the same endorphins that a cocaine addict. So once you're not getting that and your brain let off from endorphins, that pain comes. That all that stuff, that withdrawal syndrome, it's real. But once you are rid of that, you set to go. It's not an easy process, but it's possible.
And I guess Cap, and I don't want to start a whole nother discussion because we're gonna talk about this too. But I think about things like they're growing chickens much faster these days.
Oh yeah, all that.
They growing cows much faster these days.
Yeah, I tell people a lot of times, and this is just my opinion again. I don't want nobody to try to say, "Hey, I think I know everything," but I'm a logical thinker.
We trust you, man.
And
Talk to us.
If you are not born with something, and something appears in your body, such as cancer, it has to be ingested.
Back up. Say that again.
It has to be ingested because you can't breathe it in. You can't touch this table and somebody had cancer touched it, and then you got cancer. So it's not like a common cold or something you can breathe in. It has to be ingested, and that comes from a direct result of the choices we make and what we putting in our body. And if you, like you just said, they growing these chickens real fast. They're using something. They're growing these cattle real fast. They're using something. So if you're putting this stuff in your body, all these chemicals and additives that they put in these animals to make them for mass production, it's affecting our bodies.
So they're putting it in the food supply,
exactly,
to make it grow faster, to make more money, but they don't take it out before it get to our bodies.
You can't. I mean, when they kill chickens and slaughter cows for money purposes, they ain't thinking about what they use to get this cow to the point that they think about that dollar. So once you ingest this stuff and you do it over time, you're not doing anything to take care of your body or to rid of those toxins, because a lot of exercise and sweat help rid of some of that stuff. If you're a person that's not active and you're not ridding of this stuff, and you're just eating, taking it in, it's there. And it forms up in your kidneys and in your colon and your intestine. Then you end up with colon cancer and all these different type of cancers. So it has to be ingested. If you didn't come here with it, then where did it come from? Man,
it's in our food supplies, in what we ingesting. It's in. Man, it's so crazy, and it was so funny. I'm gonna crack on my cousin for me. My cousin Miriam. We were in the gym working, and it's been a few months ago, and I heard her say something that made sense to me, and I had never thought about it. She said, "Oh man, I ain't drinking enough water." I said, "How you know you ain't drinking enough water?" She said, I guess a bit of sweat had gotten on her lip. She said, my sweat burning. My sweat, that means I ain't took enough water in because my sweat burning.
It's acidic, that alkaline.
It's that alkaline.
Yeah.
Man, this thing is so crazy.
It's that body, man. That body is complicated. And you have to have scientists and doctors to try to figure it out. I see why those doctors and people who become physicians in the medical field have to go to school so long, because it's so complicated. You can't get all that in 2 or 3 years or 4 years, man, you have to keep. There's so many different parts of the body you have to learn. The
Wow.
skin, the different other organs of the body. Just you got all these different ear, nose, throat doctors, and you got
Yeah.
heart surgeons, and all these are different parts of the body. But I mean, just because you go to school and you're a doctor, you don't know everything about all these different parts. That's why there's so many different type of doctors, dermatologists, and different type of stuff. It's complicated.
Oncologists, all that, man.
Yeah.
Man. I always say, Cap, that science is man's attempt to discover all God made.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Your skin is, like you said, your skin is the biggest organ in the human body.
Exactly. And you have to have a certain doctor for that. I mean, your medical doctor can't be a skin doctor. I mean, they always refer you to somebody, a specialist. I mean, refer you to this person, refer you. And because they can't, it's basically impossible to cover everything. And, a lot of times people just don't, they just, I tell people, I believe in science and I believe in God. And my reason for that is a lot of people think science is God, but I haven't seen one scientist or many scientists together create a man.
Ooh, boy, oh man.
Or a woman.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
you only get created through the process of, God's process of intercourse.
Yes.
But in a lab, I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be coming.
I ain't seen it.
Clone me. Let me see if you can clone me. I mean, that's science. Science is tough now. Science gonna tell you everything about the body that's already been created by God.
Wow.
Science, it's not God.
Yeah. Wow. Couple comments here, Cap. I want to drop in the broadcast. Marguerite Barbara Owens, who is a medical doctor, she says there are people with muscular bodies who are not healthy, right? So you
exactly.
Yeah.
They don't. The way you look don't have anything to do with your condition. Your look can be strictly genetics. You could come from a gene pool of people who lean and muscular, and you don't have to do a lot. It's a lot of guys in the gym like that. They can do very little, and they look like they work out all the time. They got a good canvas. People come to them, hey man, how can I get this? How can I get that? And some of them will lie to you like, oh, I did this and I did that, but it's strictly genetics. And they can be the worst person. They can have heart disease.
They can die at 35 with heart disease.
A guy that I know from Atlanta, Georgia, was a big time club owner, great shape, looked like the perfect model that go in front of a fitness magazine. Was running on the beach in Florida on vacation and fell dead of a heart attack. But if you look at him, you'll think, man, this man healthy as a horse.
But if you went inside of him,
yeah, exactly. So your conditioning don't have anything to do with your look. Just like you can be a 300-pound fat person and be the healthiest person ever.
Wow.
Example, your look has a direct result of your diet and genetics. So sometimes you look good and don't have to do anything. You can eat whatever you want. And sometimes you look bad because of what you eat. And then sometimes you like an NFL lineman. I'm gonna use this for an example.
Wow,
these guys run for 2 hours straight. When they play them football game, 2.5 hours, tip top shape. They don't look like it, but the best conditioning. Them dudes, all they do is run. They get paid for it. They move around. They protect the quarterback all game.
And they moving 300 pounds.
Yeah, 330. Them linemen, they gotta be big. That's what they require for their job. You see them in the grocery store and you didn't know who they were. You won't even believe they played professional football. You be like, man, this fat dude, he don't. But you can't. You go out there on that track with him. He'll run your tongue out your mouth. So just because you look good don't mean you're in no type of shape.
Cap Summer, Strong Point Fitness Professionals. Dude, this is good. Couple comments. Dr. Owens again says this is great info. We're getting good response, man. It's amazing, man. And I so appreciate you. So appreciate you. Man, look, last one. I'm gonna leave you alone, man. But I've enjoyed this so much. I know it's 7 o'clock. You got to get to your clients. Watch this. What about this issue of fried chicken, Doc? one of my questions was, man, what am I gonna do about this fried chicken? What are we gonna do with the fried chicken?
Fried chicken is what it is. It's fried chicken. I love it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I love it. It depends on who fried. It got to be right. You know, I ain't ducking no fried chicken. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not ducking no fried chicken. If you frying it right and it's hot at the grease, I need some wings to be exact.
Yes, sir.
You keep the breast on, wings and thighs.
Yeah.
You can keep it coming till I get full. I work it out on the back end of the gym. But I mean, it ain't nothing. A fried chicken is what it is.
But what I hear you saying though is that that's a calculated choice because you're going to the gym and working out on the back end. Yeah, so we got to make sure we're making the right choice based on what we know we're willing to sacrifice. Because watch this, that fried chicken at the table, you know, it's gonna mean some time in the gym. So
it's a goal killer.
It's a goal.
If you got some goals, you probably want to stay away from it. But hey, this is exactly what it is. Fried chicken. I mean, ain't no way around it.
Man, when I tell you, there ain't no way around it. I know one of the things I started doing, I started trying to use my favorite stuff as a reward. That psychologically, like, okay, I'm gonna get some fried chicken after I drop 3 pounds.
Yeah.
So I try to do this psychological stuff, play with my head.
Set yourself some goals and get you a cheat day. If you lose, if you a person that you're a weight loss person that's trying to lose weight and you lose 10 or 15 pounds, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Go get you some fried chicken.
Yeah.
But just don't stay in it.
Don't stay in it.
Get in there.
Wow, that's good. Don't stay in it.
Get in there and get back out. Get back on your horse and let's get to another 10 or 15. Every time you hit your 10 or 15, get in there and get you some fried chicken.
That weekend, Kim, Cap, when I get to that weekend.
Yeah, everybody. Weekend,
and look.
People, it's almost like people who drink alcohol.
Yeah.
They'll say, well, I don't drink through the week. But if you drink enough on the weekend, for the week, you might as well drink through the week. It ain't no different. So if you're going to eat like you do during the week, oh man, I ate a whole red velvet cake Saturday and Sunday, but I didn't eat none Monday through Friday. Come on, man. That was 10,000 calories right there. You still ate the whole cake.
You burning off your weekend.
Yeah, you still ate the whole cake. It don't matter. You still there.
Get back. That's it. Man, that's real. Sometimes you want that fried chicken wing. Go on, enjoy your family, enjoy the wing. And yeah, man, I saw you. I think your daughter recently graduated.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I saw y'all not eating. I said, "Can't there's a lot of food in front of him," but I thought you was gonna work it out though. Yeah. Good portion. You go with fried chicken, everything. Okay. What? So what time to start?
It starts at 2 o'clock. Present. Look at like I said,
Yeah. Yeah,
Kind of like a day party.
yeah, man, and that's gonna be cool.
Monday.
Get back on the Monday. Let's get back to it, man. I'm definitely gonna follow through tomorrow. I got to get it going, and I'll be on through there to come holler at the fam, man. Look, when I tell you, and we gonna get out of here, but man, when I tell you, man, I so appreciate my the MA family, Strong Point Fitness, all the guys, and all the trainers. I don't even know all. There's a whole bunch of trainers there. But man, we got some elite trainers in MA. These guys put in the work. Pressure game. You better know. Jazz been working on the pressure gang. That's right, man. But listen, these are good, healthy family feuds, man. We push each other to be better. And so we have accountability and responsibility. But listen, yeah, man, join us tomorrow at MA for the appreciation to the city. It's going to be great. Come and meet the trainers. Come enjoy the food and the festivities and the music. It's going to be a blast, man. We would love to see you out there. Yeah, bro. Go ahead. That's it. And look, that's what I'm telling you. That's one of the biggest things I appreciate since I've been in MA. Man, we have pushed each other to the next level, professionally and personally, man. And I appreciate it. I may share a scripture with them, and they may put a few more reps on me, but we work to make the whole temple better. We're gonna work it out. Yes, sir. Man, y'all connect with KAPP. Connect with these guys on Facebook. And we so excited about that, man. And listen again, this has been the temple with KAPP Summit, the Strong Point Professionals. I'm your boy Keith. Man, I have enjoyed this session, man. Y'all listen, y'all stay connected. Listen, we'll let you know what our next session is gonna be, and maybe we can come on with you one day, and we can share that time together, man. But man, this has been so much knowledge. I got my cousin Monica, who is a pharmacist. She was like, man, this is really good. Man, we appreciate you taking time to share with us. It's exciting. Listen, you guys go out and have a great day. Have a great day, man. Remember, this all starts at the table. Come to the table. Let's start there. Don't stay at this table. Let's get it in, all right? Signing off, man. We appreciate y'all.